Suzie, founder and CEO of Organize Zen, and today I'm here with CEO and founder of Awaken Your Future with Jacqueline Nichols.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So today the reasons why I was really drawn to interview you is because Jacqueline is someone who actually has these amazing gifts that we're going to talk about that she's had for several years, really honed in on them, very intuitive, and she's utilized her gifts, her skills, and her talents to be able to help people that are searching for love connect and find the love that they're searching for.
Absolutely.
Let's go dive in deeper about your gift, because a lot of people are in search of their gift. They need affirmation of these gifts because they are unusual and can kind of they're a totally different path.
It was an interesting process of evolution of my own gift making sense, and then the people in my life asking more questions. It's pretty amazing. I actually, on my right side and right smack dab up there, I have 4 fat cherubs. It's just the facts. I have these 4 little fat guys that really, really, really love to have an opinion. And so when I was younger, it used to overwhelm me. I mean, literally, I'd put my hands over my ears and put my head between my legs and just try to quiet the noise.
So did you hear them talking to you, or how did you first notice them?
Originally it was talking. It was a voice that just said you need to make different decisions on different situations. And it was so clear, and what was spoken was so not my voice, so not that gut instinct. It was completely, like, I literally looked up and down the hallways and said, where did that come from?
Wow.
And then as it evolved, it would shoot sensations down my leg when I would say something that really resonated with a client. And I've learned, and I would say to clients, if I look like I'm about to, roll over and have a seizure, it's actually just my angels giving me a high five. And they really have resonated with that. So I actually get affected by sense and vibrations, areas that I'm in, I can pick up.
Let's move on to the subject of love then, and people that are searching for love.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about what some of the trends of challenges clients that are attracted to, what sort of challenges or blockage or however you want to verb it? What are you seeing out there?
It's the deserve level. This is a huge thing. I teach how to raise your deserve level. I was raised pretty glorious and happy and positive and had good experiences, and then I had some trauma after I left the nest of home, and that helped me to realize a little more of the real world. But what I notice so much when people come in is they don't think that they actually deserve real love or deserve real success or just deserve real abundance, whether it is in health or community. And so when you don't feel like you're worthy enough, you can't attract a worthy partner. And then you attract these people, and you're like, ooh, why you? Or God, why would I spend time with you? It's like, well, that's what you're projecting. So whatever you're dating is what you believe you're worthy of having. And so you have to choose that, turning in and going, okay, hold on. The message signal is not what I want. I got to redirect the message. And that's a huge part of the work that I do. I am constantly meeting with clients, going step by step on, okay, hold on, let's fix that sentence you just said. Let's reprogram that thought. Let's open this up and really awaken to what's important to you.
Do you have any wisdom to share, or any advice or tips on how people can connect with their intuition, being a love seeker in their everyday life?
Right. I'm actually really glad you asked that question, because people just think it's going to be really easy and clear. But the truth of the matter is you have to step back and redirect your thought process. What you're saying. I was just working with a client, and from the first time she talked about dating this guy, she was popping up red flags, but she was like, but there's these things. It's like, if your first few sentences are going to be some red flags, then either he's not your person, or she's not the one that is going to bring out the best in you, and you're too scared to have the love. But you got to think about the words you're speaking out loud when you're describing. And I often tell people, if you want to introduce the person you're dating to your friends, family, children that you have that are very particular, then you shouldn't be dating them. That's
great
a big one.
Tip and great compass to help guide your way. And why is it, do you think, that the self-sabotage is so prevalent in the love process?
Because it holds accountability. If you step up and you say to somebody, I'm ready for love, I want to be there, then they expect you to actually communicate back, make time for them, adjust your schedule, deal with their eating habits or their goals and routines.
Yeah.
It's about making room. One of my very first lessons I teach people is emotional companionship. And it's about being ready to actually make room for that person. Whether it means you got to get pictures of your ex out of your home.
Get rid of the clutter.
Yes, exactly. I love, my favorite one is to tell people to make an empty drawer so that you are visualizing one day it will have the love of your life with items there. It's not that I'm saying to hook up. I'm saying that you need to make room for someone. People do this all the time, and I've had actually clients go, I actually like everything I have. I obviously am not ready to make room, and it's a very strong symbolism to making room for what you want. But people have the clutter because they have the busyness, they have the distractions, they have things to take them away because it actually makes it kind of cool to do that, but actually that dresser's not going to keep you warm at night. Those things aren't going to help you. So what we have to do is step back and think, what's most important? Is it really worth having all this or paying for a storage unit for things that you don't want? Because think about it. If you meet the love of your life and you decide to combine households, do you really want to show up with that big honking truck full of junk you've never dealt with and say, oh yeah, I'm really actually ready for love? And that's why you have to organize who you are, organize your life, organize your space, simplify so that you're not carrying all this emotional weight into a new opportunity that has great success, but if you prepare it for failure, it'll be a failure. So many people come into dating in an empty tank. They come in wanting that person to fix them, complete them. No, you're complete the way you are. You're fabulous, obviously. If you care enough to listen to us, you've got to be an amazing person, willing to seek more and discover more. You're not done growing and learning, and that, I totally applaud you right there.
Absolutely.
Really, really do. From there, you're saying, but I crave someone to be around. I want that attention. But what are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to make this a better situation? Why would it be better in their life to have you present, to have you be part of it? And are you ready to actually acknowledge it when that person shows up? That is a big lesson because, oh my gosh, all my years of working with singles, I can't believe how many people sabotage. I'm like, everything you want is in that person. Oh, but, and it's like, oh, it's because now
they're right in front of you.
Complain because they're there. You got it. Because we have this fantasy of this illusion that's out there that we want all these things, but in the end, do you really just, does he have to be tall, dark, and handsome? Does she have to be short, cute, and petite? No. Does she have your back? Is she somebody you'd want to come home to? Is she someone you want to look forward to? Is he somebody you want to spend your weekends with? Is he someone that makes you feel safe? You know, you've got to look at why are you really in a relationship? And it's the same thing as the relationship with your items, your things. If you have too much stuff, too much clutter around you, it's a symbolism, as you've taught often, of your mind and your spirit space. And so what would make you attractive if you don't look like you actually have emotional space for that person? And it's so powerful to really listen within and hear what your spirit space is talking about, because I will tell you, both men and women want love so much. I have so much respect for men after the many years of doing the work that I do. I've always loved men, but I question how deep they could love and how deep that they could appreciate. But man, when you sit in a room talking about wanting love and doing anything you can to make sure you have that love. There was a wonderful gentleman that hired me about 2 years ago. He's very prestigious in the community, so he couldn't be on an online site because he knew too much about too many people because of his career position. And so he came in for the very discreetness of the service, but he goes, I want to invest in this executive level for a year because I want to know that I did everything I can. I'm fabulous and amazing as I am, but if I can't find her in that year and whom you bring to me isn't the right one, at least I know I tried. Well, just the other day I went to their wedding, the woman that we introduced him to, and she is forever joyful. But you know, the couple ladies that got a chance to meet this awesome man before, they had ridiculous reasons they didn't want to go out again. Didn't like the shoes he wore. Didn't want to go on another date. You know, as we watched them get married, I thought about all the women that missed out that did get a chance to meet him before she did. But they weren't ready for love. So you have to be ready. So when your prince or Prince Charming shows up, you're willing to respect them enough to acknowledge them and run with it and to see. I even looked at him and go, you've lost years. He looks 10 years younger. For the 2 years that we've known each other, he actually has such a change. We all were like, oh my gosh.
He's happy.
Yes.
And your whole physical features change when you elevate love in your life, and you're happy with yourself. Yeah. Do you think that brings me to a question of curiosity? Do you think people ultimately, when they're searching for love, they're searching for the similar version of themselves?
Actually, a lot of people do opposite. And then there's people that want similar, and it's funny when I can point it out to a client and then they realize they really want to date themselves. Mm-hmm. I had the best client, and I matched him up. He was one of my favorites. He was always just such a gentleman, such a sweetheart. And I set him on a date with a gal with everything he asked for, which was so much like him. And at the end of the date, he goes, did you set that up, and are there cameras? Because that woman was so like me that it actually made me realize there's things about me I don't like. And I go, no, she's what you asked for. She's a real single person. But what a change. He completely changed his life after that. He got in shape. He started eating really healthy. He actually ended up in a wonderful relationship because of it.
That's a great story.
Totally new person. But he seriously goes, I looked all over and I could not find the cameras. So it's like we have to be aware of what we're asking for. But really a little bit of difference is kind of nice because they can bring out some new traits in you.
Can you share with us maybe some upcoming things that you have, or any things that the audience may be interested in learning more about how to work with you or more about your work?
I always love to share, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
So I've been trying to figure out how do I reach enough people, because no matter what, I have, yes, 4 fat cherubs, but I still have 24/7 time to work. And I'm really wanting to make sure I have enough personal time. I have my time out because I've been very good in the past of overworking, and I really want to put myself in the hot seat to lead the example for others to follow. So I'm really curtailing my time and making sure that I streamline what I have available for everyone. So what we have is for you just to go to awakenyourfuture.com, and you'll see me there. And I've got micro courses where you can learn a whole lot in 15 minutes.
Wow.
Which is really exciting. I have webinars that are going on that are more in-depth courses for people. And what I love about it, when people go onto the site, awakenyourfuture.com, and see the books, you have a chance to learn instantly. You can start getting going with the micro courses and the webinars. But the difference is, are you ready to listen? Because I have the information, I have the success stories, I have lots of people I've gotten to the altar. I've actually began marrying people and being the one that helps them through their ideas process, because I want to witness their glory at the beginning, and I want to be there through the journey. I have clients that see me every week, some that see me every 3 months. It's about what do you want, what do you need, and what are you willing to step up for. So those that show up will be honored and greeted, and those that want the spiritual connection, my angels are happy to give you assignments and challenges and kick you in the butt along if you need that extra burst. Because I'm not here to be your cheerleader, I'm here to be your strategist to transform your life with my intuitive gift, and that's what makes the difference.
If you want to learn more, again, you can check out Jacqueline Nichols on awakenyourfuture.com. I'm Suzie Sandoval with Organized Zen Living. If you'd like to watch more videos like this, visit YouTube, Organized Zen Living, and we'll see you next time. Share with your friends, and thank you so much for watching.